So today we're going to look at a little bit of information. We're going to give you an angle, a theta, and a radius, and we're going to find the exact ordered pair. So when we look at the unit circle, oops. Sorry, let's take a second to erase. Okay, so when we looked at the unit circle, the radius was 1, and we had these finite ordered pairs. We had root 3 over 2, 1/2, root 2 over 2, comma, root 2 over 2, and then 1/2 root 3 over 2. And when we did cosine, for example, of an angle, it was x over r. But every time on the unit circle, this r up here was 1. So what happens when this r is not 1? So on page 30, we're going to take a look. So let's start with number 1. It says that theta equals 30 degrees and my r is 5. So if we go to 30 degrees, which is right here on the unit circle, the ordered pair there is root 3 over 2, comma, 1/2. So we're going to use this information in our trig definitions. Cosine of theta equals x over r. So in our case, it's going to be the root 3 over 2 over the 5. So we're doing cosine of 30 degrees. So for us in the unit circle, that would be root 3 over 2. We have this 5 over here, though, so we have to multiply the 5 over. So what we're doing is we're really doing our cosine theta is going to give me this new x value. So 5 times root 3 over 2 gets me 5 root 3 over 2. And we're going to do the same thing for y. We're going to do r sine theta is going to give me my new y value. So I'm going to do the r, which is 5, times 1/2. So it's going to give me 5/2. So for number 1, my answer is going to be that my ordered pair is my x piece, my 5 root 3 over 2, comma, 1/2 my y piece. That's the answer to number 1. Let's try number 2. Number 2 says theta equals 240 degrees and my r is 50. So the first thing we need to do is go find the ordered pair at 240. So that's 180. This down here is 270, so that's too far. So my 240 is the one that's down here. And then the ordered pair down here is going to be a negative 1/2, comma, negative root 3 over 2. And then remember, we're going to do r cosine theta to get the x, and the r sine theta to get the y. So we're going to do 50 times a negative 1/2, comma, 50 times a negative root 3 over 2. And so we're going to get negative 25, because half of 50 is 25. And then we're going to get comma negative 25 root 3. And that's the answer for number 2. Let's try. Let's skip to number 14. Number 14 says an angle 780 degrees. Well, that's too big. It's more than a circle. So minus 360, because these two together make a 720. So I really have 780 minus 720, which means that I'm really looking at 60 degrees. So at 60 degrees up here, my ordered pair is 1/2 root 3 over 2. R cosine theta, comma, r sine theta. So my theta in number 14 is 10. So 10 times 1/2, comma, 10 times root 3 over 2. And that gets me 5, comma, 5 root 3. Let's try number 20. Just looking for a good variety at this point in time. So we have negative 765 degrees. Just like number 14, I'm going to add to this 720. It's 2 circles. and that's going to get me negative 45 degrees. Negative 45 degrees is down here. Ordered pair down here is a root 2 over 2, comma, negative root 2 over 2. And again, r cosine theta to find my x, r sine theta to find my y. So I'm going to do, my r was 13. 13 times root 2 over 2, comma, 13 times negative root 2 over 2. So my answer for number 20 is going to be 13 root 2 over 2, comma, negative 13 root 2 over 2. So we're just using the unit circle, and our ordered pairs are going to get r times longer because my radius was bigger than 1.